What's up, guys? Texartic here with another look at some of the figures we got this week. Today we're looking at the GI Joe Classified Series Cobra Trench Viper and Cobra Modular Fortification Porta Potty Center. I initially was not gonna get this set. The thing about Hasbro Pulse, like when you pre-order an item, it comes in. If you don't renew it within 5 days, they cancel the order. And for some certain reason, I kept this lingering without changing the credit card. What I usually do is I don't put my main credit card. I usually put like another form just in case, you know, if I have something else to buy, I'd rather buy, or if I really want it, then, you know. But this one was lingering for a minute, and I was like, nah, I don't know. You know, I don't know if I really want it. But actually, I looked at someone else's review, and I'm actually, when I saw the Trench Viper, I love the Alley Viper. So I was like, you know what? No, I gotta get this for the Trench Viper. So, but you know, I'm actually very much impressed by it. It looks really cool. It's, you know, like I said, I wasn't really gonna get this. I just felt, mainly because of the Cobra Modular Fortification Center, only because it just, I don't have room for all that, right? I don't know if I really want to build a set. And it was kind of crazy. I saw a video, I forgot the name of the guy, but he shows all his stuff, and he has a bunch of these, and he put them up, and it looked really cool. And I'm like, well, I might as well just, you know. So I had initially ordered 2. So I went ahead and paid it off, and, you know, had it come in, and, you know, and I'm glad I did. I'm really excited that I grabbed this, because this looks actually pretty damn cool, if you ask me. So as you can see, this is the box of it. You got the cool artwork of the, you know, I'm calling them Alley Vipers. Trench Vipers, I mean, you know, they're basically Alley Vipers, right? And like I said, I love the Alley Vipers, so I was like, yeah, why not? So another different color, of course, we got the regular orange and blue one, and then we got that crimson one with the blacks and the reds, and now we got basically blue, and you know, one of my favorite colors. And actually looks really, I like the way the shield looks, so that's really cool. All right, so this one is number 151 in the line. Let's see here, you got your attributes here, and you got the QR code and that little, you know, portrait. Here's the other portrait of it, as you can see. And then on the back, you just basically have everything it comes with. So, you know, really cool. Like I said, like, you know, I don't know, to be honest, I don't know if I'm going to use this. I might. At the moment, I don't have any room for it. It's kind of crazy. I went into my area where I have my GI Joe Classified, and I updated the shelves for the Cobra side, and I actually ran out of room. So I'm like, I don't know. But if there's a will, there's a way. So we'll figure it out. All right, let's get this out of the packaging and get a closer look at the GI Joe Classified Cobra Trench Viper and the Cobra Modular Fortification Porta Potty. All right, here is the Fortification Center out of the box. I have mixed feelings, to be honest. This is something that is kind of like extra. At first, when I first started collecting the classified line, and I actually started basically in the beginning. I didn't grab Snake Eyes, the special edition, for a minute. Like, I didn't grab it right away. I know I saw it, and I didn't order it. When I ordered it, I ended up getting it later for my birthday. But I did collect the other ones. I think I was able to grab the first wave in the stores, and I was able to grab it. And I was grabbing every single figure. Everything that came out, I grabbed. I even grabbed doubles, because I was going to do what they did with the classics. My Masters Universe Classics, and collect both. Have one in card, one on side. But that didn't work out, because they eventually changed all the boxes and they made it look stupid. So I said, nah, never mind. But anyway, I was collecting everything. You know, and when it came to vehicles, yeah, I have everything. I mean, I have the majority of things. I can't even think of what I'm missing, except for these extra little things that, to me, had nothing to do with GI Joe. They were just kind of like a new thing. And that started off with the Steel Brigade, or is it Steel Corps? Whatever, is Steel Corps? Yeah, right. I still haven't got that set. And I don't know if I'm going to get that set because I just don't know what the way they look. I don't know. I just haven't. Maybe if they put it on, I know they have them in Big Bad Toy Stores, so maybe since they've been doing these sales every single day, and they have been doing some pretty good dang sales, 70% off. I think there was the Super 7 collection. I don't know if anybody collects those or whatever, but they had like wave 1 for like $80. And it's like, that is a steal compared to how much those normally are or normally were. So anyway, back to this. I didn't, I stopped collecting everything. I said, no, I'm not doing those. And then also there was that Crimson Guard or whatever commander, and then that other I don't know about Steel Corps or Steel Brigade, whatever it's called. I don't even know. I don't know how I feel about those. Anyway, fast forward to today. There was one reason why I got this set, and it was actually for that Tide Viper, not Tide Viper. Swamp Viper. What does it call that Viper? I don't even know. Like, I can't even think of it. I put the box away. Here it is. Trench Viper. That's what I'm saying. I don't even know what I'm saying. Trench Viper. But anyway. So this, I have different thoughts. Like, do I really need this thing? Where am I going to put it? It does look cool, especially at this angle. When you put it to the front, not really much going on, but that big Cobra sign makes it look really cool. So I put it together, and I noticed that it's pretty damn flimsy, which is disappointing because in a sense, this top part pops up really easily. Like, you push it as much as you can, and then when you pick it up, oh no, it's actually, maybe I didn't push it hard enough, I guess. So as you can see, the inside, you got the side here. You can put your weapons here, which did help because in a sense, like, I do have all my guns and everything in a box. And then you have the ladder that attaches, here, I guess. But like I said, if you lightly open it, like, see, it comes apart pretty easily. But the cool thing about it is, in a sense, you can stack these on top of each other and make a whole big thing. Another thing you can do, which I think is really cool, is you can actually, make this like, a whole type of bunker set. Excuse me. If you can keep that top on, that's the only thing. Let's see, I'm sorry. So I do like that aspect. Like, it's really cool because you can actually, make a fort, which is really neat, And I do like that aspect. And of course, like, I have 2 of these. If you pop up this part, you can actually add more on the top and make a whole type of, fortress, I guess you can say, which is pretty cool if you have the room. I don't have the room, to be honest. I do not right now at this time. And I don't know if I'm going to want to get more of these. Like I said, I got 2 because they were selling out, and I was like, oh, I need to get it. And like I said, I like it, but I know there's a new version that is coming out, and I'm real disappointed with that one because, again, we're getting the Steel Corps figures. Why can't we just get regular army building Joes? I know that they're releasing those in the retro line, but why couldn't we get something there? Like, make them look different. You know what I mean? Make them look how they did the Trench Viper, using the Alley Viper version, and do something like that for Joes. Not saying that they have to be the Cobra thing, but I think that would have been a lot more better. So I don't know if I'm going to mess with those. I do like the colors, and it does come with a lot of different things because this comes with a spotlight, and the advertisement is wrong because in the advertisement it shows a light, but obviously you can't put a light. But I think if you put a light through there, which I don't have, I should have a light with me, but you can probably put a light and it will shine. You got this radar thing, which is kind of cool. And it comes with these sandbags, which is pretty neat, But like I said, I mean, the whole aspect of the play feature, I'm not gonna deny it's pretty cool if you have room, if you really can make something out of it. I've seen some pictures of it. I've seen some videos of them doing that, and it's actually pretty neat. You know what I mean? But for me, I don't know. This is extra. I don't know where this goes. So let's look at the inside closer. I know I showed you a little bit, but as you can see, you know, you can put your weapons here. So this one has this for this gun. So you can place it like right there. Oh wait, so you can go inside, right? But as for this, I don't know. Did I miss something? I mean, I know there's a point where you can put it here, right? But what do you put there? Like, what do you put there? Like the satellite? I mean, I don't get that part. Like maybe, I don't know, actually, no, I mean, like I said, like this, if anyone can tell me in the comments, there's also some other little pieces that came with it. So I'm assuming that you can use those to attach. I don't know what these are for, to be honest. I really don't. I don't know. I really don't know. I am kind of confused because in a sense, like you have this side here where you connect apart. Maybe, I don't know. Like I said, I only opened one. I have two. And I haven't opened the other one yet, so I don't know. But it's pretty cool. Like I said, it comes with this, we've already seen this many times already with this gun. So, you just throw it to the hole. And actually, you can extend it, which is pretty cool. And I pulled it out together. Whoopsie. It was pretty easy to like attach and detach here. So if you wanted to put it on the highest one, you just connect it. And in fact, you can actually go through this side now. But, you have to, I mean, no, you can still do it, you just place that back there. And then, so another thing too, which is kind of cool, is there's little pegs that come with the ladder. So, and I think there's two ladders that come with this. Where is the other ladder? Okay, I don't know where I put the other ladder. Yeah, because it comes with two ladders. Oh, here it is. Found it. So you initially can add, two ladders onto it if you wanted. I mean, and when you make the other fort to stay on or whatever, I guess if you want to put two together, right? Which is kind of cool. But why would I need two ladders if I'm only gonna make one? That's the question. But I don't know. And like I said, this is what I do with this. Like I don't get what I do with the extra one of this. I mean, if you know in the comments, let me know. But like I said, like it's a cool set, cool idea. I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I really think it's really neat. It's a different type of idea, and I know what they're trying to go for in a sense. But I'd rather have the vehicles, to be honest. I'd rather have something else. So, whatever. So anyway, so let's go ahead and take this out and let's look at the Trench Viper. And actually, we're going to do these comparison times with his counterpart of the Alley Viper. All right, here's the Trench Viper out of the packaging. And I went ahead and put them together the other day. So I'm kind of lazy right now. I don't really want to, especially take off that shield. So we can look at that, I guess. But anyway, here he is up close and personal. So as you can see, this is the Alley Viper. This is exactly what he is. Now there's some different modifications to him, which is kind of makes him actually feel better than the first one. I love the Alley Viper. I remember the day I got him, and a lot of people were mad at me because I grabbed them and they shipped them to me soon before anyone else. And GameStop has actually shipped me, I had ordered 10 and I got them all, and people were hating on me. I remember when I posted on Facebook and people were like, you got mine. I was like, what? That's the reason why I didn't get mine, because you got them. I'm like, and you're going to sell them on eBay, which I didn't. I kept them all. And then later I sold them. But anyway, and it's all of them. I think I have, out of the 10, I think I have 7 left. I think I just sold 3. I have 6 open and I have 1 sealed because I wanted to keep 1 sealed. Because it was a great memory. But anyway, so as you can see, like I said, it has that same head sculpt as the Alley Viper, except for the mask has that, I guess, red dot. I don't know what that means, if anybody knows. But as you can see, his face sculpt, as what I'm seeing, I guess underneath he is the African-American version, which is cool, And I really like that red. It's really popping. Like, it really pops out of that, the way it looks. And as you can see, the navy blue also pops, especially under these lights. So the colors are navy blue, black, and then you got these little white lines on him, or gray lines. On the side, he has this arm brace or whatever. It says Cobra signal on there. On this side, it says Symmetry, right? He does come with a dagger that's right here, just like the other Alley Viper. And then, of course, a dagger on his arm. So, gotta have them daggers. And then down here, he has his gun holster with this horrible little gun that they still make. I don't know. This just looks like a laser tag one. And he has that recognizable patch, side thing patches, or not patches, but what do you call it? Not patches, pockets, patches. Now, the big difference is I think the body sculpt is different. We'll look at the other Viper in a little bit. But what's missing is definitely those horrible shin guards. And I hated those things because when you moved this, that wouldn't line up. Like, it didn't, I don't know if it wasn't attached right, but I'll show you in a minute what I'm talking about, because it was hard to stand them up. I have to admit, that was a pain in the butt. So let's look at the back real quick. So yeah, you have this, and like I said, I'll get out another Alley Viper in just a second so we can do actually very much comparison. But this one does feel better. Now here's a shield which looks freaking phenomenal. I love the colors on this. This is really neat. I really like this. And of course I like the other ones too. The one thing I loved about the Alley Viper was the colors, and then of course his shield was just super cool. Now, of course, in the inside of the shield, you have those stickers again. But here's a problem, and I don't know if it's this one, because like I said, I have 2. I haven't opened the other one yet. But this used to rotate. Like, you could rotate this, but not anymore. Like, it's either it's stuck, or mine doesn't rotate, or it's, and that's a problem for me, because like I think like you can pose it differently instead of just it just doesn't, like, I wish I could just turn it like that. Well, I could turn it like that, but if you know what I'm saying. And then also too, like, it makes it hard for you to well, I guess you can still put on the other arm, but I don't know. I just like the fact that this could rotate without me messing the arm up. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I can rotate it. Let me go ahead and grab this other Alley Viper to show you exactly what I'm talking about. So here's the crimson one, and this rotates. Like, it goes all the way. Like, you can rotate it each way when you pose. This one doesn't rotate at all. Like, you can move it, but it's moving the arm, and that's not what I want. Like, that's the one thing I can say is bad about this. Now that we have this one out here, I'm going to tell you what I mean by those horrible shin guards. Now, I think, no, these aren't the same boots. These are different boots. But like, what I'm saying is, when you try to rotate, well, no, I don't know. It was just weird how I couldn't really stand them up as much. Okay, this one's actually working. But I think it's on the other one, which I'll grab in a second, because I have them all. I just updated my room where I put all my figures, and I put them all those up. So, but let's take a closer look. And since we have this one already, of course, This one's supposed to be the biohazard thing for that thing, I guess. But as you can see, it's the same vest and everything going down. So it's everything here. The back, same thing. And I guess it is the same body, same legs and everything. But I know the boots are different. So they took away those shin guards. And I didn't like those shin guards. Because like I said, when you pose him, I don't know, I think it's the other one where I think like these are embedded into the boot instead of it like being loose where you can move it. Oh yeah, the knees are different too. Like he doesn't have knee braces or knee guards on this one, and of course he does on that. So that's another big difference. I mean, I'm sure the legs are different. I don't know from who. I don't really pay much attention to that stuff. But yeah, so here's basically what they look like. Like I said, and then of course, yeah, the braces are different. He has just that arm bracelet right there. And this is basically a whole piece. Nothing on this side. And then he had one on this side, but it came down. So, I don't know. But yeah, let me go grab the other Alley Viper so we can look at them real quick. I'll be right. Here's the original Alley Viper, and of course with these two, they're stacked with a bunch of weapons. Obviously, he came with, I believe, like all these guns. He had this gun here, and he had this. There's a signature rifle that he had. And then, of course, you know, the sharpshooting gun in the backpack. This Trench Viper does not come. This is all he comes with. He doesn't come. Comes with a side piece and those two arms. So, in storage, I have a bunch of these. Not sure if they belong to these or not. I don't know. But I have a bunch of them. So, and I think they also came with some other figures too. So, he gets to get a gun. You get a gun. You get a gun. What fell off? Something fell off. I heard that. Did you hear something fall off? Yeah, the magazine. Which I'm confused of how do you put that magazine in? Oh, towards the back. Hello. You'd think I would know all this since I've been, you know, so many classes fun. But yeah, I mean, you know, this Alley Viper, like I said, but I just hated this part. I don't know why. But it was just hard for him to stand. Like, it just didn't align with... It's just weird. I don't know. Because when you adjust your body, I mean, your whole leg doesn't twist. That doesn't happen in real life. But of course you have to twist your body. But I don't know. It was just weird. Like, this is just weird to me. Like I said, I know in fact that this is probably the main thing that's always in these figures. But, you know... Yeah, posing with a pain in the butt. But anyway, I love that color though. He's really cool. Let's look at the face sculpts. As you can see, there's a darker brown around the eyes compared to the regular tan version. So yeah, I have a feeling, and this is just a feeling. I don't know any confirmation and all that, but I have a feeling that this Alley Viper is gonna get a retro look. I just have a feeling. They're going to use this again, this body mode, take off that, and then call it a day. Maybe, because this one looks so much like the original toy. So I don't know, it's just a hunch. But I remember I still remember when these came out. This and the bat, and people were so mad when I grabbed them. But anyway, so yeah, like I said, this doesn't come with a lot. So, you know, but he's still kind of cool. Like, I love the colors in him. I mean, it's completely different than the other two. And it stands out in a different type of way. So I really, really feel that. All right, so let me get my final thoughts on this set. And yeah, we'll be right back. All right, here are my final thoughts on the GIJOE Classified Trench Viper and Cobra Modular Fortification set. There's a lot of cool things with this thing, and there's a lot of for it. First and foremost, I do like the idea, and I do like the fact that we are sort of getting like a fort, I know we'll never get a drone, not drone. Drone, is it drone? Terradome. I know we're never gonna get that. And I would, I did have that as a kid, and I cannot believe that my dad threw it out. I don't think he threw it out. I think it was sold. I think someone in that household sold my goddamn toys. I really believe that, because my dad would never throw anything out. So anyway, that's another story of my trauma in the past. Anyway, but it's close, right? So if you get like 100 of these, you can probably make your own. I'm sure someone's gonna make it something, right? I like the fact that you can do that kind of stuff if you have the room, and it is cool. The only thing I don't like about this set is the fact that how flimsy this is. It's easily to be taken apart easily. I mean, of course, you don't want to make it too hard because you don't want. But I mean, I would if these things were a little firmer in, because once I pick up this whole thing comes apart. Well, sort of. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's not as flimsy as I'm thinking. Maybe it was just the way I didn't put it in hard enough. Wait a minute, that sounded weird. Anyway, so it's really cool. I know that the one for the GI Joe has more stuff, and I think that's why there's a $5 extra charge on that one. Because it comes with the missiles, I believe, and then the gun on the top, I think, is from what I understand, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah. And I did get this set only because of the Trench Viper, but I ain't calling him Trench Viper. I'm calling him Alley Viper, Navy Alley Viper, because it is the Alley Viper. The figure itself is freaking awesome. I love the coloring on it. I love how cool it is. I mean, actually, if you really look at this set through right here, it looks pretty cool. Like, this actually looks really neat. I do like it. I do like, the effects of the sandbags, which is pretty cool. But the only problem with the Alley Viper that I think or Trench Viper, I guess, is it should have came with at least one of his guns. Luckily, I had extras, because I think it came with someone else, and I had extras. And also too, the whole thing with the shield, I don't know why they stopped it from being movable. I don't know why, unless I open the other one and I can do it, which I don't know. Maybe tell me in the comments if you already have this and you can't. But I just think it's kind of a shame, because I like that part in there. Now this won't go, so. Oh, Jesus. Okay, here we go. Anyway, see, I can't get it to go, but yeah, no, I mean, it's a cool, I like the face color. I mean, it looks cool. I mean, like I said, these colors just make it seem nicer, like a new figure. So that and alone, I'm actually happy that I got this set because of that. But am I going to get any more? There was some that popped up some more on Hasbro. I guess someone didn't pay for theirs, and there was a few that popped up, and I did grab another one, but I haven't paid for it just yet. I just have it there sitting, so I haven't decided. I only did that. The crazy thing about it is, like, you have like 5 days to update your payment method, and then they give you a little bit more time. So it's already been 3 days, so I updated it just a little while ago. So now I have another 5 days, right? But I don't know if I'm going to grab another one. I don't know, maybe. But like I said, for me, it's room. I don't know where the hell I'm going to put these. Like, I'm looking around. I'm thinking, God, like, how can I get this somewhere? But anyway, like I said, my final thoughts, I mean, it's a really cool set. It's interesting. I think it's cool. And I really like the fact that, when you open these and you can make a whole fort and then add that, that's pretty fun. I think that's really cool. But like I said, if you have the room, perfect. If you don't, if you don't have the room, then why bother? And like I said, like, for me, the only main reason I got this was because of the Trench Viper, because I love the Alley Viper. He's probably one of my favorites, so I just had to get him a different color. So, next up, I mean, I would be, honestly, like, I think it'd be kind of cool if we got a jungle version, right? That's probably down the line. You never know. I really honestly think that they're going to get retro Alley Viper for some strange reason. I just have this feeling. I just have the feeling that we're going to get another version of the retro. Even though we don't probably need one, I think we might. I don't know. It's just my inkling, Anyway, you can get this set at Aftermarket. Unfortunately, Hasbro Pulse is sold out already. Not sure when they're going to get any more. I'm a little teed because I've been trying to get another Nemesis Immortal because I kind of messed up my wings. I've been looking for just the backpack part. That's all I need. I was trying to like change the wings. I didn't like the wings because they're kind of flimsy and stuff. And I kind of messed it up. And I can still put them on, but it's just, you know, I'm annoyed that I kind of ruined it a little bit. So maybe if anyone out there wants to trade, you know, I'll have my extra one come, you know, have an extra one. You want to trade me for a, you know, Nemesis Immortal. I don't know if that's the right price, but anyway. All right, so let me know what you guys think in the comments. Did you get this figure? Are you liking it? What do you think of the new version? Do you think it's just a waste of money? I know a lot of people are making fun of this. I was actually kind of looking to see if I can find a toilet just to play around because it does look like a porta potty, to be honest, if we're being honest here. But, you know, it's cool, you know. Like I said, once I find room for it, I have the second one. I'll probably open that one up and see where I put it. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. And until next time, Cobra! Ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.